in a midweek, but one thing you can absolutely guarantee: size of the travelling contingent. All the seats away to our left-hand side are filled with the noisy travelling Leeds United fans whose team has just walked up the tunnel to appear down below us as we sit in a position halfway line, mid-main stand, and look on as Leeds in the change strip, the rhubarb and custard kit this evening, go through the formalities for the Swansea City side, who was able to adopt the traditional all-white, as is their usual kit here at home at the Liberty Stadium. And it's the Swansea players who are taking up residency in the half away to our right-hand side as we look down the halfway line. And Leeds United will shortly head off to the half to our left, behind which those Leeds United fans are positioned. There is a change to the Leeds United side, a late change to the Leeds United side. Patrick Bamford was named in the starting 11, but hasn't made the start of the game. So Joel Pirou has come in to replace Patrick Bamford. So without further updates from downstairs, down below, we have to assume that's an injury for Bamford. So Leeds were hoping to start with the same side that had started the last two league matches. That doesn't prove to be the case.
No, unfortunately not, but let's hope that's just precautionary. Of course, with lots of games coming up, clearly something wasn't quite right in the warm-up, but Joel Pirou, well, he knows this place rather well, doesn't he? Scored plenty of goals here. He'll want to prove himself in front of those fans. So Pirou replaces Bamford, still extremely strong.
The change around on the bench, by the way, is such that actually Leeds will end up with two goalkeepers on there just to fulfil the requirements in terms of numbers. So Van den Heuvel is the second goalkeeper sub who's on the bench. So Leeds are lacking one potential outfield replacement as a result of having to make that change.
But even so, when you look down at the bench as well, we've still got Matteo Joseph, Gelhardt, James, Anthony. I mean, there's so many, attacking threats there from the bench. So it just shows, I think, the depth of our squad.
Well, we'll see, won't we? Another test for Leeds United lies ahead here. Leeds looking to continue that winning start made to 2024 in EFL terms. The only blot has been the home draw with Plymouth in the FA Cup, something that was rectified in the replay a week ago. So Leeds looking to build on that six-match winning run that they've enjoyed so far in 2024 in the Championship. Leeds it is who will get the game underway. Leeds it is who will be defending the end behind which the travelling fans are gathered. And Joel Pirou, one of a number of former Swansea players, obviously in the Leeds United side, is standing over the ball in the centre circle. The game is underway. First time Leeds have been at the Liberty Stadium since that famous Sunday afternoon in 2020, when a certain Pablo Hernandez popped up with a very important last-minute goal. Here's Jorginho on the charge forward for Leeds in the very early stages. The ball into the penalty area. Remember, at Ellen Road, Swansea scored inside 60 seconds through Patterson before Leeds rectified the situation and ran out 3-1 winners.
I thought we were going to do the same there. Jorginho with a lovely run. He's just waiting for people to come and challenge him, and when he does, then he skips past them. Although good defending, because they didn't at the end, and they picked up the ball quite comfortably.
Meslier with his first touch, out to another one of those former Swansea men, Joe Rodon. Comes out wide to Gray. Gray plays it down the touchline. Deflection takes it out for the throw-in. Wherever you're watching, whatever time of day or night it is for you, great to have you on board as we hope that Leeds United can come through another challenge. Jorginho scooping the ball up towards the edge of the penalty area from where it's cleared onto the head of Ampadu, a man with strong Swansea connections himself. His dad played for the club. Good ball from Gray. Down the channel for Nonto, whips the ball into the middle. Nice shape on that one. Pirou was arriving. Cabango cleared. And then Grueff just tucks it back into Archie Gray. Grueff again. Rodon well forward. and Purdue to the left to Firpo. And then it comes back into the penalty area to Meslier. Meslier with a long left foot ball forward. Peru battling away with Cabango through the middle, not able to get to the ball, and it bounces once and into the hands of Rushworth, who just rolls it out the penalty area.
Good lively start. It really started quick on the front foot. Jorginho already a couple of times has got past his man, just that final pass, but we know that will come.
Don't have a great home record this season, Swansea. Only won 4 here at home. And they've had a difficult run. They changed the manager, so the last time Leeds played against Swansea, Michael Duff was in charge. Now it's Luke Williams, the man who was previously at Notts County. Has worked at the club before as an assistant as well. He was Russell Martin's assistant here at Swansea. So he knows the area, knows the club, and he's in charge for this game this evening.
Matt Grimes just turned. Fulton's already been turned by Jorginho a couple of times. This time it was Grimes trying to get around Jorginho. What we know is he's strong, he's balanced, and that's not going to work.
So Leeds have this free kick with an opportunity to put a ball into a danger area. Somerville and Grueff stand over it. Swansea position a 2-man wall between the Leeds players and the edge of the penalty area. Somerville swings it in deep, way too deep as it turned out, and it sails behind, and that will be a Swansea goal kick.
A little surprising, too much air from Somerville. I think someone was supposed to clearly come around the back, but even so, that was always going too high and too long.
Stadium's filled up nicely. 5 minutes before kick-off, there were lots of empty spaces. Many of those have now been filled. Not full house here, but not far off it. Swansea crossing the halfway line with Timon over the top. And Plaheta on this near side. One of the recent signings made in the last window. Swansea were in the business of just trying to strengthen to bring about a change in fortune and form. Their last league win was last weekend away at Hull, a notable victory against the side going well. So they'll be no doubt buoyed by that result, the first that the new manager has seen, the first win the new manager has seen in the league.
Yeah, and I think it's important, isn't it, for a new manager who will come in with new ideas, that they do get some sort of result pretty quickly. It's been a bit of a struggle, but that win against Hull will give them renewed hope that they're doing the right thing.
Firpo trying to do the right thing for Leeds, but he's conceded a free kick just in from that far touchline. So Leeds retreat back towards somewhere closer to the penalty area to defend this set piece as we are in the 5th minute here at the Liberty Stadium. Swansea throwing the big lads up from the back.
Yeah, they'll take their time. Cabango's come up. Peru's now had to retreat as well, defending just 2 or 3 yards outside the 18-yard box. Signal
not yet given by the referee. Patterson it is who will deliver for the home team. Meslier underneath it, clean catch. Rolled out. Now Jorginho's got a bit of space to operate in here. Quickly rolls the ball forward to Nonto. Taking on the fullback. Nonto trying to whip his cross into the middle. And we have the first corner kick of the game. And Nonto has created that opportunity.
We were talking before the game, weren't we, about the style of the manager. This new Swansea manager, in that he does like to play this high line and they push on. And there's another instance in that they commit a load of bodies forward, but as soon as we get the ball on the counter, you know, we can go from one end to the other really, really quickly. And Nonto there does well. Couldn't quite get the cross in, but from their corner, we get a corner.
So Grueff will deliver into the penalty area for Leeds United. Players on the edge, but 2 Swansea players are pushed right forward. So Leeds have got to keep Gray and Nonto back. It goes in deep towards the far post, where Firpo will win another corner kick for Leeds off the back of the defender.
Well, that has to be sorted out, because the last thing you want is Somerville coming back to make it 3-on-2. So you've got Nonto the one side, Archie Gray the other, and you can see Daniel Farker now just trying to get things organised. That's better. Kamara needs to drop back in rather than an attacker.
Actually, and then when Leeds do that, oh, this is interesting. The 2 Swansea, the 2 players who are right up the park are now dropping back in, so Leeds can go back to something more straightforward as the ball comes into the middle. Rodon with a header, headed on by Jorginho. Ampadu was in there as well. Swing and a miss as Jorginho on the edge of the penalty area does well. And then Gruev gives it to Somerville, who's into the box, looking to whip his shot in! Somerville scores for Leeds! Done it again! Made space and time for himself and worked the ball in through a crowd, past the keeper. Leeds swiftly in front here. Swansea 0, Leeds United 1.
Well, that has to be a deflection, surely. Timon might be the man for Swansea that it deflects off of, but it was a swing and a miss, wasn't it, from Jorginho? But after that, what about that great play? And once he gets to Somerville inside the box, you're in trouble, watch out, comes inside. There you can see the deflection. Keeper Rushworth goes to his left-hand side. Deflection takes it the other way, and we get our early goal.
Yeah, goalkeeper completely foxed, and ball deflected past him and in.
It was actually off Jay Fulton, wasn't it? Somerville trying to go for that far stick, as he has scored in so many times. Instead, the midfielder gets the touch, deflects it into his own net. Good start.
Just the start Leeds will have wanted here. Somerville surely adds to his total, because I'm shot towards goal, wasn't it? That must be given to him. We'll try and get confirmation of that. Now another break on here with Gray. Look at Leeds, they've got so many bodies forward. Jorginho through the middle, carries out to Somerville, into the middle it goes to Kamara, back to Somerville again. Tees it up for Jorginho, whose shot is blocked. So many Leeds players so quickly into the Swansea penalty area there. And opportunities presented themselves, weren't quite taken.
Wow. We are certainly all over Swansea. Fulton, he is having a bit of a nightmare first 10 minutes, I've got to say. He's been done already a couple of times there. The tackle was an easy one. He's missed it, and Archie's got the better of him. Just got to keep putting that pressure on this Swansea side.
Meslier slows things down a little. Those Leeds fans are in fine voice behind the goal. Gray almost able to divert the ball into the path of Nonto. Cleared out for a Leeds United throw-in. Pirou. Joel Pirou, big hero here previously. Hoping to be the hero perhaps as the night develops for Leeds United.
And what is interesting, Pirou, of course, has just replaced Bamford up top. So Jorginho is the one playing in the number 10.
Pirou onside, plays it on to back into Pirou. Pirou into the penalty area, scores! Sensational start from Leeds United. Pirou against his former club. Keeper couldn't keep it out, and it's Swansea City 0, Leeds United 2.
Wow. Well, quite clearly we are carving them open. Great start from the boys, it really is. And Swansea, well, there were 6s and 7s, aren't they, at the back? And just such a swift break. So many options there. And when Pirou got the ball, I thought, did he take the right one? Because the option, Somerville to the left-hand side, but no one gets tight. Good ball in, wasn't it, from Gnonto? And here, does he play it across? Does he go on his own? This is the answer. Stick it in the back of the net. There you go. 2-0. And I dare say we're cruising. Great start.
So goalkeeper got a touch on that, couldn't keep it out. And Leeds return to their own half with another notch on the scoreboard inside 10 minutes here.
So Southampton are starting 15 minutes later, aren't they? So there's 5 minutes to go. They're looking at the score, and we're already 2 up.
So that's the type of pressure play that there is at the top of the Championship currently. Leicester still have plenty of breathing space, obviously. But behind, that's where the real battle is going on. The dogfight is going on. And that's where the pressure comes from in every game that Leeds are playing at the moment. The pressure to stay in there.
Yeah, and all we can do is beat what's in front of us. And I think we are doing, well, obviously, a really good job of that. But just the mental strength I'm seeing week on week is certainly improving. And here, it's a quick start against a team that finally get their first win away from home. It's in front of their own fans. You think they come out firing, but instead, that's what we've done.
Pope does well just to see the ball into touch for a Leeds United throw-in. Ball is played up and over the halfway line. And it's then all the way back to the goalkeeper. And Jorginho scents blood there, doesn't he? So he's gone in to see what damage he could cause.
Well, they've got no answer to him. They can't pick him up. And when they do, he skips round them, as he normally does. Somehow Swansea, they'll be hoping to get a foothold in the game, get some passes going together, get themselves settled down. But we just got to keep making sure that doesn't happen.
Throw in then, again, taken by Firpo. Kamara. And it goes back to Ampadu. And now Meslier. Out to Joe Rodon. Rodon stretches his legs and then pushes the ball on to Archie Gray. And then happy to just roll it back in to goalkeeper Meslier. And now Grueff, look at the space he's got through midfield. And he pings the ball over the top for Nonto to chase and pick up as well. Nonto, nice ball in. Gray in the penalty area, just rolled across his body.
What a shame, wrong option. If he takes it to his right, he's in again, but long balls, short balls, anything seems to be getting through this Swansea team at the moment.
Kamara. Now Grueff. Gray again, space and time. Holds the ball up. Just pushes it back to his teammate, who goes infield to Kamara. And then into Somerville. Oh, just away from Nonto's run there. Otherwise, Leeds were through once more.
I'm looking at this Swansea side. Everything they do is a reaction rather than already being ahead of the play. They always seem to be 2 yards off and then trying to close down. So they really are all over the place. And that was another golden chance if Nonto could have picked that up inside the box.
Gray's header. Jorginho battling away in the centre circle with Fulton, who comes out on top this time. Challenge is a good one from Rodon, but it's given away. And suddenly Swansea with Patterson and a body spare into the penalty area. Meslier comes, and Meslier has done an excellent job of thwarting Swansea's attacking ambitions there, because there was a big space and they found it.
Certainly was. Ronaldo on the right-hand side. He was certainly trying to get on the end of the ball, but Meslier so quick to come out. Good save.
Forward it goes. Pirou loses out.
No, it was good play that time from Fulton. Got to give him a bit of credit where it's due.
Ampadu with a touch in midfield. Possession conceded. Ronaldo on that far side up to the edge of the penalty area. Ampadu is happy just to belt the ball behind for what will be a Swansea City corner kick.
And I like that reaction for Firpo, because as a fullback you never should be allowing that cross to go in, and if you do, feel disappointed. And he did. At least he showed some disappointment, understanding of the urgency of trying to stop that cross. In the end, it was a good positioning from Rodon.
So Leeds have defending to do here as we're past a quarter of an hour. And Swansea desperate to get themselves back into this game. Going low, worked corner, but it doesn't work. And now Leeds look to counter-attack. The bodies are racing forward down this right-hand side. It's 3v1 for Leeds United here. Nonto through the middle. Nonto! Keeper makes the save. Leeds really should have been even further ahead as a result of that breakout. Jorginho runs into trouble, loses the ball. Nonto just put it a little too close to the keeper and allowed him to make the block.
Here's a theory. Have they actually watched us play, Swansea? Committing bodies forward in numbers like that around the halfway line, holding a high line, that's not going to work against us. In fact, that will cause you plenty of bother, and it has so far.
Ronaldo, good cross into the penalty area that was. And Rodon did well to get the header away. Swansea come again. The game is lively at the moment. Foul for Leeds United will slow things down a little, which will be to Leeds' liking, perhaps. Well, I saw Luke Williams' teams play, his Notts County side play quite a lot in the National League. I have had an interest. And it was a very, very distinctive style of football they played, with this very high line up on the halfway line. Goalkeeper basically operating from outside his penalty area as an extra central defender. And I was always interested. Clearly, Luke Williams was going to go to a higher level. He has done. And I was interested to see how that would transmit with better, quicker players. And Leeds have got huge space here again to try and exploit. Firpo into the middle. All the shirts are in there. Firpo plays it to Jorginho, trying to bring the ball under control. Jorginho still on the ball, shoots and it's blocked and spins out wide to that far side. And Leeds are attacking at will here.
What is going on? I'm just flabbergasted. The amount of spaces out there. We had too much time. Jorginho should have laid that one off to Somerville nice and early. Don't want to get sloppy either. We need to be ruthless. And okay, it's 2, but let's make it 3. Let's make it 4. Chances are there. Keep doing the right thing.
Kamara back to Ampadu, and he'll help it further back to Joe Rodon. And he's more than happy to see the ball all the way through to Meslier. Meslier could deliver long, go short to Kamara. Kamara with the run on the left side of Firpo needs closing down. Ronaldo's gone across to do that job now, and there's all sorts of conversations going on out there between the Swansea players.
Absolutely, because we're finding space left and right. We're moving it quickly from left to right. Archie Gray's getting it. Firpo's in the left wing. There seems to be a load of space here, then everywhere.
Firpo in space again over on that left-hand side. Maybe he will be the recipient of the ball here from Ampadu. He's made a run. Instead, it's Nonto, rather Somerville. Back into Ampadu now, Kamara. Kamara just back into Rodon. Leeds happy to keep the possession and do that by going into the penalty area to Meslier. It does seem like the rain has stopped. It's been absolutely hammering down all day long, all last night, all day today. I've been down on the southwest Walian coast since Sunday night. Lovely day yesterday, rotten day today, but the rains have abated. Swansea are attacking. Good block made by Ampadu, but it does come at the cost of another Swansea City corner kick. So some sort of response from Swansea City here.
Yeah, just Firpo held his hand up, missed control initially, allowed Swansea the ball. Ampadu comes across and defends well.
So Patterson goes to that far side to take the corner for Swansea. Both arms raised. In it comes, heads up, away from goal though, off the top of the head there of Cabango. And out it comes for a Leeds throw-in. There was a sense there for a moment that maybe Leeds will look to take a quick throw-in, but instead Nonto drops the ball to the ground and lets Archie Gray come to do the job instead. 20th minute. Swansea City 0, Leeds United 2. Jorginho almost managed to get on the end of that ball, but Timon it was who diverted it back into his own half, into the safe possession of a teammate. And it's the central defender, Wood, who's misplaced the pass. A slap of the floor in frustration. And Swansea quickly give the ball back to Leeds United. Daniel Farker right out on the edge of his technical area, just offering like a calming gesture, I think, there. As maybe he's a little worried that Leeds will get dragged into the chaos as Swansea move the ball around nicely. Timon has it down this left-hand side. Good challenge from Kamara. Foul challenge, as it turned out, from Kamara. That's the way the referee saw it anyway. David Webb is the man in charge. And Swansea have a free kick and another chance to put pressure on Leeds United.
Certainly good closing down, but clearly got too much of the man rather than the ball. But I like the intensity in that midfield area to get in there, win it, break it up, and then counter.
Somerville retreats the required distance, takes his place behind the white line. And Grimes, the skipper, very experienced Swansea City player, former briefly at Leeds United as well, gives the signal. Whips the ball in. Ampadu's with a header down, needs clearing, blocked, potentially on its way to goal there. And Leeds come away with it now. Will they look to throw men forward again here? Swansea only now beginning to get back, but now they are there in numbers. So it's check out time and go back and make sure possession is kept in the shape of Rodon, who will do the same job.
Yeah, the shot.
Jorginho.
Well, the shot was right into Jorginho's midriff, I think, so he's taken a little while to recover from it. It's a good shot from Fulton.
Doing his defensive work, Jorginho, and then in more familiar territory as Rodon with the ball out wide to Gray, now Gnonto. Gray's done well, continued his run, and Gnonto's put it in his path, just smuggled away as he was making ground towards the penalty area there.
The Plaheta, the 17 for Swansea, he looks like he's been drilled on the training ground of where he's supposed to be. What he doesn't realise is it's the man, not the space, that gets the ball, and Archie's finding, acres down this right-hand side.
Archie Gray with a throw-in for Leeds United into Pirou. Back it goes to Gray. Well, it was a good ball into the middle, that, but there was nobody in there attacking it for Leeds. So picked up wide by Ronald, and then just put up in the air. This could drop anywhere. Gnonto's underneath it. Little touch. Can he make it on the other side? Yes, he can, just. And Gray comes in and works it away from Cullen. Then it goes back to Meslier. And he's happy just to put it square to Ethan Ampadu. Glenn Kamara back to Ampadu. It all stops, and then it goes over the top. That's over hit, and that's an easy catch for the keeper, Rushworth.
Just too straight, trying to angle that one to Jorginho over the top, but certainly if we move the ball quickly, left to right, right to left, that's where the spaces are. Archie's on Akers out on the right-hand side. Firpo's already got in a few times on the left.
Meslier on the edge of the penalty area. Moves it to the edge of the D. Now gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu to Somerville. Somerville dragged back there, and referee has spotted it and has given Leeds United a free kick.
Referee saying, why did you do that? Humphreys is the man that's got a whole piece of Somerville.
Humphreys come into the team for the game this evening. He's the one change from the side that beat Hull City. Bashir Humphreys playing in that right-back role. Kyle Norton, the veteran, is on the bench. He's the man he's replaced. Archie Gray to Gnonto, and now Kamara. And back it goes to Rodon. Kamara. And Grueff. Nice ball to Somerville. Good turn from Somerville as well. Got options to right and left here. Somerville gives it to Gnonto, just behind Gnonto. He's managed to push it out wide to Jorginho. Jorginho gives it to Gray, into Kamara, onto Somerville. Tackled, but it comes out for Kamara, waiting in the right place. Now Gray with some space. Road on the recipient. Grueff, quick ball through to Kamara, who's fouled there, and Leeds get a free kick. And Fulton is the man who's committed the foul again.
Well, he actually made a good challenge just earlier, but yet there's another foul. At least he's the one trying to get close to us there in midfield. As for the others, it's just a lot of space out there for us.
A little lecture for Fulton there, which may be indication that the referee is aware that there's been more than one free kick in the opening 25 minutes of the game. Grueff. Ampadu. And then Firpo back into Grueff, who's doing the scanning there as the ball came into him, checking.
You can see how high they are. They're pushing up, really high, which it keeps them compact. I get that, but at the same time, you've got to just be aware of who you're playing against. A little long, unfortunately, for that one for Gnonto.
Yeah, just a little overhit from Gray there, and it rolls away from Gnonto. It was on for sure.
Yeah, and if you stop the pass going forward, then of course, all well and good, but we certainly can pass through them, and that's causing them problems.
Humphreys gets the ball over the top for the run down the Swansea right. Ampadu's in there first, and Meslier, wow, that's a swinger, isn't it, that one? Is it even going to drop out? Well, it does, just beyond Firpo, who attempted to keep it in play. So it went very high, but not very far from Ilham Meslier. Swansea get the game going quickly again. Cabango into the centre circle to Wood. And then on this left side for Swansea, Paheta with a cross into the near post. And in the middle, it's still alive for Swansea. And Meslier makes a save with a leg. And Leeds still have to clear, and they do that. And then Jorginho is taken out on his way forward. And the counter-attack was on again there. And the referee is going to produce a card for that challenge.
Yep, Nathan Wood goes into the book just for a minute. When the ball was bouncing in our 18-yard box, I thought Meslier would kind of come out and grab that one. It bounced. Instead, he stops and actually makes a good save in the end. Kamara does the rest, but that's just a warning sign. 2-0 up, but they score there, the game changes.
Yep, for sure. Leeds will be anxious not to give Swansea encouragement in this game after such a sensational start. This is a ball over the top. Jorginho takes it down well, shoots first time, and it's put close to the goalkeeper, who makes a relatively comfortable save ultimately, but some more really good football from Leeds.
No, it's great football. You know, Daniel Farke clearly has watched Swansea, how they play in that high line. Long diagonal ball is just on in space all the time. And unless you've got absolute speedsters at centre-half, then you can't play high the line against us. And this is why they're certainly in a bit of trouble at the back.
Cabango's under some pressure here as the fans applaud the loss of a very popular Swansea City supporter who passed away a few days ago, and fans in the stadium stand to applaud his memory in front of us here, and the Leeds fans join in away to our left-hand side as well. And the players on the pitch are also clapping, and that is wow, what a fitting tribute that is.
Absolutely. Game's just stopped so everyone can clap.
The referee blows the whistle to signal that the game will resume now. Football family, as the ball is over the head of Timon, but it's Paheta who picks it up behind him. Gets inside of Jorginho. And there's space down the right-hand side for Swansea for Ronaldo to attack. He's into the penalty area. Firpo's done well against him there, kept his eye on it. Some appeals for Swansea fans for a penalty, but now there's an opportunity for Leeds here as Jorginho begins to carry the ball forward. Still going. Nonto just maybe a little slower than I was anticipating they would be there, because Swansea didn't seem in a great hurry to get back. Now they are.
They don't. When they go forward in numbers, but there's just space everywhere. And Firpo got twisted left and right, but in the end did well, did enough to stop Ronaldo on that right-hand side.
Back it goes to Meslier. And then Ampadu. And Ethan Ampadu just looking potential for the long ball, but then changes his mind.
There's so much space, isn't there? So much space in behind that back four, and you're right, Pirou.
This time he does go for that option. Cabango, it's gone over the head of Cabango. Pirou was just beyond Cabango, so the flag is raised for an offside.
That was your second run. The timing of it was just slightly off as well, but it's certainly on.
Cabango would have been relieved to see the flag raised because he'd missed the header. It just dropped over him. Ben Cabango, the Welsh international, another one. Numerous Welsh internationals involved in this game this evening, both sides. More Welsh internationals these days in the Leeds United side than in the Swansea City side. Gray with the throw-in for Leeds, and it goes to Jorginho. Wriggles through a couple of challenges on the halfway line and waited for the free kick. Just before he put his hand on the ball, he was anticipating it, wasn't he?
He's brilliant. He's brilliant. Gets through two, gets fouled, still has the ball.
Meslier. Rodon. Beyond the stretched leg of Archie Gray.
Oh, that was unfortunate, but Paheta again, he's just so far inside that ball is always on.
Wood for Swansea. On the ball again. And Grimes is happy just to put the ball out to the keeper, who's again in that position, long way out the penalty area. Firpo, good ball. Kamara, and Somerville has a chance to run at Swansea perhaps here. Taking that opportunity now, making good progress forward. Jorginho, Pirou's offside, so he leaves the ball. And then the flag is raised. So who was the player offside in there instead?
Well, I think Pirou in the end was, but once again, once Somerville picks it up, he's running at the centre half. He's got no real cover. And we know he just dodges past him, and after that, everything opens up. Unfortunately, Pirou was in an offside position. The ball went towards him.
Short ball. Leeds not quite able to pick it up. And suddenly there's a bit of space through the middle for Swansea, who just about dealt with the problems that may have been caused by that pass on the edge of the penalty area, and then they win themselves a free kick for a little trip by Somerville. Cabango goes back to Rushworth. And then Rushworth with the short ball to Wood. Stretches his legs and crosses the halfway line. Gives it to Timon. To Grimes. Grimes in field, just behind Plaheta. Pushes it into the position on the left side for the cross into the box. Rodon gathers comfortably. And then it's over the head of Pirou and over the head of Wood. And Cabango is the lone man waiting. Swansea enjoying a bit more possession in the last 5 minutes or so as they try and get themselves back in this game. Cabango, edge of the centre circle, helped out to Humphreys. Returns the ball to the central defender. Goes across the back to Wood. All options forward are closed off, so back it goes to Cabango, who now crosses the halfway line for Swansea, who've pushed plenty up here. If Leeds could, well, they did win it back in there, but there was a foul on Firpo as he tried to play the ball forward. So that will be a free kick. And it was Cabango, the central defender, who committed the foul.
He did, he just kept going, didn't he? Played a 1-2, and Firpo was always favourite to get to the ball. He did get there first, Cabango just kept going. And a foul, but that was the first period of possession, isn't it, for Swansea, where they've at least managed to keep the ball and play like I'm sure they wanted to play right from the start.
See Archie Gray just hesitating with a pass a moment there. Nonto slightly frustrated, he'd made the run. And we've seen it so often already in this game. Maybe an opportunity again here for something similar. Gray. Nonto is going now. And he's played him in. It's a lovely ball from Archie Gray. Nonto into the penalty area. Can I get inside? Oh, what a finish that is from Nonto. The defender didn't know which way he was going. Nonto knew what he was doing. Low shot in, and Leeds United even further ahead here. Swansea City 0, Leeds United 3.
Yet again, it's a brilliant goal, it really is. And Archie Gray, the outlet, all half long on this right-hand side, does extremely well. Takes his time, there was one run, then another. And Swansea just all over the place at the back, eventually comes to Gnonto. He does that so well, doesn't he, when he cuts inside and knows, he then angles it to that near post as well. He's precise with his finishing. Here you can see time, look at time on the ball that Archie's got. Hey, I don't mind, but it's really bad play from Swansea. And here, Gnonto does the rest through the defender's legs. How often do we see that as well? And the keeper just outfoxed. Thinks he's going, of course, to the far post, but he doesn't. Nice sit back to that near post. Keeper rooted. Brilliant goal.
Clever football from Archie Gray. Great running from Willie Gnonto. And then a lovely finish at the end of it all to push Leeds further ahead here. And Swansea fans, I'm sure they're not leaving, but they're probably heading towards the half-time hot drink concession, because this has not been a good half thus far for their side.
No, and I think what it really shows to me is that you've got a new manager that's putting in a very specific style, and they're still trying to get to grips with it.
It's hard, isn't it, mid-season, to try and initiate dramatic change. And Purdue under a bit of pressure here, so he'll do the no-nonsense thing. Get the ball far away as he can. Gray goes in, but can't keep it away from Wood.
I think with the manager as well, that he is trying to work out which players, can play his style, but in the meantime, it's the results. Got to get those points on the board.
Given away by Ronald to Somerville, but then he in turn, then he's given it back again. And Leeds have runners going again. Jorginho bursts into the box, still going, keeper saves. Jorginho looks to the referee and says, how about that? Penalty? Not given.
Should have been 4, could have been 5, probably 6. This is some first half.
And Swansea culpable in causing problems and twice conceding possession to Somerville.
Yeah,
Who do you not want to do that to
absolutely.
in your own half?
And Fulton just put his hand up there, said, yep, I'm sorry, but of all the players to give it to, it wouldn't be Somerville. In the whole league, it wouldn't be Somerville.
Kamara. Back into the penalty area to Meslier. And now Rodon. Run again from Nonto.
All you need to do is time the pass, because there's no pressure on the man with the ball. And that's the thing. If you're going to play like this, have that high line, you've got to get pressure on the ball to get the player's head down so he can't see what's going on. Here, you can get your head up, you have a look, you've got a bit of time, you wait for the right run, ping, over the top it goes.
See another example there from Meslier. And Jorginho, is he onside when he gets to it? Yes, he is. Can he keep the ball in play? No, he can't. Again,
all too easy.
2 options, weren't there?
Yeah.
Somerville was on his shoulder as well.
Yeah. Just got to time the run. Clever runs, angle them. Jorginho, unfortunately there, could not finish, asking for a penalty. Strength,
That's a tug
shove
back,
on the
isn't there?
tug on the back, but then of course he'll play advantage. He gets the shot away. That's your advantage. You've got a shot on goal.
Rodon to Grueff. Kamara. Leeds just probably want to be neat and tidy now as we move somewhere closer to the half-time break. Swansea goes back to Rushworth, straight onto the head of Grueff, but he can't divert it to Nonto. And out for a throw-in it goes. 2 balls on the pitch here, so, well, there were temporarily. And ball boy on this near side a little over-enthusiastic in the fast return system.
I'm not sure Swansea want the ball back really quickly.
They don't want 2. They want Leeds to be playing with 2 balls, do they?
Can't deal with 1.
Exactly that. Well said, sir. Ball out on that far side for a Swansea City throw-in. Five minutes to go before the break here. The ball is back with the Swansea keeper, who has been a very busy boy in this first half. On loan from Brighton, once on the books at Halifax Town. Run, Timon allowed to keep going. Whips the ball into the middle. Little header was attempted to be played into the path of Patterson. Ronald to Patterson now, can get the ball into the middle. Near post, good hold by Meslier, dropping down to the ground. Read the flight of the ball well and gathered it in safely.
Good play from Swansea. Timon gets clear on this left-hand side. Cross comes in and Cullen just couldn't quite direct his header down. Went in between 2 of his teammates, but a little warning.
Daniel Farker out to the edge of the technical area. Again, just offering calming gestures. Gray, good work by Archie Gray. Skips past the challenger Plaheta. Infield he comes, past another challenge. On it goes to Pirou. Quickly work to Kamara, back to Pirou. Somerville makes a run. Pirou goes alone. Now Somerville has a chance perhaps to get the ball back into the middle. Cross the 6-yard box was where he was aiming to put it. And the goalkeeper at the near post gathered it into his body.
Once again, just walking it through. Great play from Archie again.
Humphreys loses it and then gets it back. He's lucky there. Kamara.
Lucky boy.
It looked like he was going to rob him on the halfway line. Swansea instead are coming themselves up to the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Humphreys swings the cross into the middle. Rodon with a header away. If it drops nicely for Nonto, there's a counter-attack on here. And Nonto was on his way and he's dragged back. And there surely will be another card. And it is a card. And Fulton, almost inevitably, is the man shown it.
I think it was Timon.
Sorry, Timon. Apologies.
Yeah, Timon. It could have been Fulton. It could be anyone, but the counter-attack was on yet again. They just commit so many bodies up. Pace is really not their friend because our quick players up top are causing them plenty of problems.
So Leeds will have the free kick. Nonto looked in a little discomfort after the challenge, but he's okay. Grueff has the option to just play it diagonally to Gray, gives it back to Grueff, who will go all the way back. Will roll past Rodon and on to Meslier. And then short ball played out to Ampadu. Kamara closed down by Patterson. Cullen in proximity as well. Grueff to Rodon. Now Gray, he'll have a look for the run. Plays it over the top. This time it should be defended by Wood. Gets it into the middle. And Swansea do well to get the ball down the line to Placheta. Rodon's come across, and Rodon has stopped Placheta in his tracks there.
Snuffed out the danger. Read it really well.
Timon. Little throw into Cullen. Nonto kicks it straight at Timon, who collapses as Jorginho. Lovely turn. Ball over the top. Somerville gets onto its second bounce. And then the Leeds bodies start to arrive now as Somerville moves the ball up to the edge of the penalty area. Drop of the shoulder, goes for the byline. Still going Somerville. And then Cabango does an excellent defensive job there. Stayed with him and timed his intervention well. And Somerville saw the opportunity go.
Once again, straight ball over the top, wasn't it?
It's a line of 4 Leeds players still up in the Swansea half here. The game is really stretched, isn't it? The big gap through the middle. Swansea attacking down the right. Meslier, he's hit at him from Ampadu, and his control let him down a little there, the Leeds keeper. So Swansea get a corner kick.
It did, and the initial pass back from Ampadu to Meslier, the previous one was fizzed to him. He just whacked that one out to the left. This one he couldn't quite get under control either.
So Leeds have some defending to do in the final minute of the first 45 here. Patterson is the man on corner taking duties again. A little bit of pushing going on in the penalty area with Wood and Nonto. Bit of a height mismatch, that one, isn't it?
Nonto against
to his shoulder.
Wood. What's going on there?
Heads away from Jorginho. Humphreys delivers a diagonal ball. Drops on that right-hand side for the cross into the penalty area. And it's going to come all the way across. And Nonto is the man who will just let it run out with 3 added minutes to be played at the end of this first half. And that's the cue for a few more people to head towards the concourse. Gray just keeps the ball in. Nonto flicks it on, looking for Pirou. Grimes, Timon. Pirou, good defensive work from Pirou there. He's forced the error. Leeds get the throw in. Gray has gone to retrieve the ball. Waits to be told where he needs to stand. Gray throws it on to Jorginho, holding off the challenger Grimes. Gives it back to Gray. Puts it up over the top. Pirou runs straight into Wood. Still sniffing around there, Pirou. This time, Wood bounces off Pirou. Cabango forced to check back and give the ball to the keeper. As Leeds start to step up a little further here. Cabango has a bit more time when he looks forward on this occasion, but again, checks back. And Rushworth has time to work out what he wants to do with it. He puts it out wide onto over the head of Humphreys, as it turns out. And it doesn't really work in any way, shape or form for Swansea there, does it? And Leeds end up without having to do anything with a throw in.
Yeah, and that's been the story of their first 45. It really hasn't worked for them. They've been hit by a typhoon, really. We've just gone at them and got our reward. They're not really recovered. Had a few little moments here and there, but they really are struggling.
Meslier. Rodon was one side, Ampadu was the other. The latter gets the ball. Cullen closes him down. Two Welsh internationals up against each other there. Cullen with a single cap. And Meslier to Rodon. Back into the goalkeeper. And then Ampadu knocks it onto Firpo, helped onto Somerville. Is there a chance yet for Leeds at the end of this first half? Somerville wriggling away from challenges as he brought down. Referee allows play to continue. Leeds have lost the ball, trying to win it back. Grimes will step forward for Swansea before Firpo holds him up and forces him back. And between the two of them, that's really good work.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to get forward there, didn't he, Grimes? But Pirou and Firpo both ensured that that wasn't possible for him. Swansea try again now with Humphreys. Last few seconds of the added time period at the end of this first half. Ronald on the edge of the penalty area, puts it back to the edge of the box. Nonto is in there to defend really well for Leeds, gets in ahead. And then the last action. Oh, Leeds were just ready to go flying forward again there. And the referee has brought their aspirations and hopes to an end because he's brought the first half to an end. But what a half it's been for Leeds United. 2 goals inside the first 10 minutes and then Nonto with a third means that as the two teams head for the tunnel, Leeds are in a commanding position here.
Yeah, they certainly are. Played extremely well. Started with a great attitude, great intensity. Although I have to say that Swansea really have played into our own hands just by playing that high line, not putting pressure on the ball, and we're picking our passes out. And when they do go forward, Swansea, they commit bodies forward on the counter-attack. We're just too quick for them. So our quality really has shone through, but at the same time, got to stick these goals in. Could have had 4 or 5. We'll take 3, and looking good.
So Leeds head towards the tunnel, and Leeds will hope to come back out and carry on doing the job they've done in the first half here. It's been very, very good so far. 45 minutes more of something similar would be very nice indeed. Thank you. Half-time scoreline is Swansea City 0, Leeds United 3. So Leeds United in this second half will be kicking towards those travelling fans behind the goal away to our left-hand side. I had the opportunity for a chat with a few on my way into the stadium earlier. Needless to say, they were at Plymouth last Tuesday and they'll be at Plymouth next Saturday. They're here tonight. Incredible backing that Leeds enjoy. And this is the toughest week. It's the 2 longest fixtures I can ever remember put back to back in a programme as Leeds come forward. Kamara allowed to play the ball into Nonto. Nonto with a shot. Cannons off the shins of Timon and out for a Leeds throw in. And even inside the first 60 seconds of this second half, it's the away side creating chances.
Yeah, excellent. Really good move through the thirds of the pitch. Kamara had options left and right and centre. He went to Nonto on the right-hand side. Good effort.
The whistle has gone. That'll be a Swansea ball. So Leeds stay in a offensive position. They go in search of quick repossession here. Which comes in the form of a Gray header to the edge of the penalty area. Pirou just couldn't get the ball under control. And there's a potential for a Swansea counter-attack. Good work in the centre circle by Patterson. Equally good work by Rodon defensively. Swansea try to recycle the ball. Grueff up against Grimes. Grimes to the left. And extravagant step overs. Calls for handball, but back was turned, wasn't it, there from Archie Gray. No way he could have seen that. So the free kick ends up being given to Leeds United for the foul.
Oh, Plaheta then just trying to pick the ball off Nonto, just straight through the back of him. Cheap free kick.
Swansea City providing Welsh cakes at half-time. A very welcome little snack.
Absolutely. Wherever you are, I hope you enjoyed your coffee, your beer, your soft drink. I had a cup of tea and a Welsh cake.
Grueff with the ball in the middle of the midfield to Rodon.
For all your Aussies, it better be coffee because that's really early in the morning. Hi, Mum and Dad. Anyway, hope you're watching. No doubt you are.
There you go, Tony has spoken. Meslier goes out to Rodon, further wide to Gray. Back to Joe Rodon. Meslier across to the left side of the penalty area, and Ampadu. Leeds just happy to move it left to right. Swansea not making any approach to try and win the ball back. Rodon now sets off. Jorginho. Leeds 6 shots on target in that first half.
Yeah, 6 out of 6. That's impressive stuff.
Swansea pushed back to Wood, and then Wood further to Rushworth, and then Cabango. Oh, he's lost it to Somerville, who nipped in quickly to take it off him. Somerville into the penalty area to Firpo, lays it back for Somerville, just looking for the opportunity to shoot, doesn't find it, and then Nonto goes through the middle, look towards the referee in suggestion that there might have been a little pull there. Referees having none of it, and Leeds are defending with Ampadu underneath the ball. Cushioned header given away by Firpo, slip there, needs tidying up by Rodon. That's just the one thing Leeds have absolutely got to guard against, the momentary lapse of concentration.
It is, just give nothing away. Ampadu knew where the ball was going before the kicker did. It's a lovely little cushioned header, but then just slack play.
Meslier. Straight ball to Gruev. Rodon provides the support, and then he plays the ball almost through a gap for Archie Gray's forward run. Ball is into touch for a Leeds United throw-in. And Gray it is who's in place, ready to take it. Pirou, Jorginho, Swansea with Wood, back to the keeper Rushworth. Cabango again.
What is he doing?
Offers Somerville a sighter there for the slight nudge, brings him down for a free kick.
Just awareness.
Somewhat nervous, doesn't he, Ben
Absolutely.
Cabango, when he's given the ball?
He's already been caught once and could have been caught easily again.
Swansea in the Leeds half with Fulton to Cabango. They've pushed a lot of white shirts up here. Humphreys now down the Swansea right. Humphreys back into the centre circle. Leeds diligent in doing their defensive duties. Off the ball, as important as on the ball. Cabango has to go square to Wood.
Not a lot of movement, is there, in front of him? Everyone's looking at the player on the ball. Got to move, make some space.
Now they're moving for Cabango, but again, it's not a thing that he wants to have a go at. Then they do work it nicely to Humphreys, and Humphreys is allowed to progress here. Curls his cross in, Ampadu with a comfortable header clear. Kamara flicks it one side of Humphreys, can't get it on the other. Somerville's given away the free kick. Swansea have a chance to put the ball into that Leeds penalty area should they decide to take it.
Well, I think they should, but they don't.
No, they've gone...
Quick, short one.
Yeah. And then Jorginho was within a whisker of winning possession, back in a good position for Leeds United with a slightly undercooked pass. Swansea back into their own half, and Wood. Wood looking again for that movement ahead of himself. It isn't there, so he goes square to Cabango, and he can cross the halfway line. Pirou comes across in front of him, and again Cabango goes back to Wood. And Leeds just edge a little further up the park here. And Jorginho just senses, doesn't he, that there could be a slip in it. And if there's a slip, he's in. Cabango goes back to the goalkeeper on the edge of the D. Plays it short. They've actually worked that well because they lured Pirou in, which gave the space to Fulton to move forward. And then played up to the edge of the box, but it's beyond the forward run of Grimes. And straight through into the hands of Meslier.
Just need to get a bit of a grip again. Get our tempo and passing going.
Cullen pressures the keeper, so Meslier goes long. Pirou been held there by Cabango because for a moment it looked like it was going to spin in his favour. He couldn't wriggle away from the central defender, former teammate. Bit of space for Patterson in the centre circle. Gets it away from Kamara and Gruev and brings Plaheta into play down that left-hand side. He's quick and he gets the ball into the middle, but Meslier waits and calmly catches at the near post.
You see Ampadu just cajoling everyone. Rodon as well, hands up, saying, what's going on, guys? Come on, let's get going, let's get started. And Patterson, in the game at Ellen Road, he caused us one or two problems, I have to say. I thought he did well in that area, supporting the front man. And here in the second half, we've seen him a couple of times. First half, absolutely non-existent.
Kamara helped on to Nonto, now given to Jorginho. Tries to slalom his way forward there, as we saw on Saturday in the build-up to a goal. This time it doesn't quite work in his favour, nor does it for Kamara from Gray, and Swansea suddenly have the opportunity to throw an extra body forward, and Ronald is on the edge of the penalty area for them on his left foot. Low drive in, and it's just deflected past Mellier's post. And the goalkeeper, I think, realised it was going wide and just pulled his arm out of the way. But that's as good a moment as Swansea City have enjoyed in this game.
Certainly is. It was Patterson as well. Running to the box late, just gets a touch. Too heavy. Ronaldo comes inside. Looks to be a bit of a swinger on the left. Always going in front of that near post. Difficult to get a touch so that it heads on target. Meslier knew it was going just wide. Takes his hand away.
Goalkeeper now, ball at his feet. Rodon offers an option, gets it. Gray keeps the ball in play, goes back to Joe Rodon. And then Meslier, straight out to Gruev. Ampadu back to the goalkeeper. Meslier and Rodon exchange passes again. Now Rodon can move forwards, looking for the run maybe. Ball lovely from Pirou to Nonto, quickly into the penalty area, cuts it back looking for Jorginho, instead just played it into the path of the retreating Timon. And now it's Swansea on the counter-attack against Leeds with bodies forward, and it's swung across the middle. Ampadu is behind it, underneath it, and puts the ball behind for a corner kick.
Well, it was unfortunate. One end, it was a really good move. Just for a moment, I thought Nyonto was going to strike a goal himself. We've seen that plenty of times, but on the counter, Swansea did well, but Ampadu yet again just positions himself extremely well, gets in the way, and gets it out for a corner kick.
56th minute, Leeds with the 3-goal advantage. Swansea, though, with a corner kick here. And Ronald has gone to take this one for them. The Brazilian just arrived at the club at the end of the transfer deadline window. Goes short and goes back and further back. It's whipped into the middle now. Attempted a header in the box there. Again, half-hearted calls, I think, for a hold back on Humphreys. But the referee sees nothing untoward.
No, the player himself didn't even appeal. So, not too much. It was a good ball in from Timon. And just Archie at the back. Humphreys does get inside him, but nothing doing.
Firpo motions teammates forward. May get motion to get on with it shortly. Throws it long. Pirou beaten by Cabango. Gruev can't get it under control. Cullen and then Ampadu. Pirou tussling with Humphreys. Cabango stabs it back towards Wood on the halfway line. Leeds want to get out from a deep lying position here. Swansea on the halfway line. And hold possession with Plaheta down their left side. Teams up well with Timon. Plays across deep towards the far post. Headed back into the middle. Great chance for Patterson, but he got underneath it. Couldn't keep his shot down, and it went up and over the crossbar.
Right, now we've got to start. Make sure we stop these passes, stop these crosses, because just allowing Swansea to inch their way back into this game. No goals just yet, but keep going like this, we're going to give away some chances that we don't need to. Good header back, just couldn't get over the ball.
Meslier, out it goes to Rodon. Credit Swansea, they appear to have maybe plugged some of the gaps that Leeds exploited in that first half. We've not seen the runners in yet. maybe this is an opportunity. Beyond Pirou, though, and Wood will help it safely back to the goalkeeper.
I think you're right. I think it's a bit of that, but also I think it's a bit of us not really playing at that ferocious tempo. And 3-0, okay, the job might be done, but let's just make it a lot more comfortable than it is at the moment.
That helps. Rushworth strains a touch. So Leeds are gifted a throw-in on the halfway line. Right in front of Luke Williams. Swansea about to make a change, aren't they?
You see the header back, and yet again it's Patterson drifting into that box.
Pirou lays it off for Kamara. Into space for Nonto. Gray racing forward to offer another option. Kamara instead gets the ball. Gruev back to Kamara. And now Nonto. Down the line, Gray does finally get to the ball. Lovely pass to Nonto. Opens things up, cross into the middle. Spins into the direction of Somerville. Somerville plays it on to Firpo. Firpo trying to cut the ball back. Oh, he's just mishit it. It bobbled away from him. And he didn't mean it to go into the hands of the goalkeeper, I'm sure, there, because Somerville was waiting in a great position. Jorginho, good challenge. Leeds win it back well. Jorginho played an excellent part in that. Kamara can come forward. Leeds have got plenty forward here now. Somerville, one of them. Somerville to attack the penalty area. Takes on defenders, still going for the shot. Well, in typical Somerville style, he was looking to bend it in. Just couldn't get enough bend on it to trouble the goalkeeper.
Well, a couple of chances there. Firpo initially with a dribbler across, couldn't find a man, and here coming inside, favourite right foot, couldn't quite get that one on target.
Swansea come forward in the 60th minute here at the Liberty Stadium. Grimes with a short ball before it goes back into Swansea territory. And Wood, the central defender.
Look at the movement, or should I say look at the lack of movement, because there's nothing there. Everyone's just looking at the ball and standing.
And you can hear perhaps the Swansea fans in front of us getting frustrated at the lack of movement ahead of the central defender in possession. Cabango tries to do something about it by carrying the ball forward himself, gives it to Ronald. Firpo trying to get to the Brazilian, who succeeds in controlling the ball and then passing it back to Bashir Humphreys. Humphreys goes back again to Cabango.
Well, there's no one come near to him. There's 4 at the back post there. Now they're looking at the ball, but very disjointed from Swansea.
Goes back into the Swansea half, and Wood in the centre circle. Out to the left side. 2 changes about to be made by the home team here, with Yates, the striker, and Joe Allen, the midfielder, ready to come on for them. They have possession with Placheta. And then Grimes. Back on the ball again here. Bit of a mist descending on the Liberty Stadium. And then across the back, so they keep possession without gaining ground. Cullen, a little push in the back from Ampadu. And referee will make the signal for the changes to take place now. So Allen comes on for Fulton, straight swap. And ditto, Cullen off for Yates. So Yates with a 9 on his back will go and take up that position through the middle for Swansea, who have this free kick now. Joe Allen may get his first touch. Rain comes down again here. Ball with Swansea's possession, Placheta. There's a little back before it comes forward. Rodon defends. Swansea trying to get it into the penalty area. Spins into the path of Patterson before Gray closes the door. Trying to get it onto Nonto. Nonto's kept the ball in play there. Pirou's come across, and Pirou's done well to win it back for Leeds. Pirou, now if they can get a runner through the middle, it's Jorginho, and Jorginho has options out to his right. Jorginho goes round the first challenge of Allen, but Joe Allen, just cute operator, veteran performer, did enough to make sure he couldn't look to his left and play a runner in.
That's where Jorginho actually should have released it first time. The options were there.
Good work between Gray and Nonto, and now Jorginho on the halfway line. Needs help. Goes back to Kamara. Leeds keep the ball on the halfway line with Firpo and now Somerville. Somerville back into Junior Firpo, helps it further back to Ethan Ampadu, now Joe Rodon. Short ball to Grueff. Now the run from Kamara, but Leeds go to Pirou instead. Pushes it to Archie Gray, back into Grueff. Somerville await on this left-hand wing, on this left wing for Leeds, in front of Firpo. Goes across the middle to Grueff. And then Rodon, back into Ampadu.
Beto, we're starting to pop it around now with a bit of pace and purpose. Oh, another sloppy ball. Why did I say that?
Firpo's got to go and try and win the ball back as Ronald carries it further forward into the penalty area. And it's a good block by Ethan Ampadu. Takes the sting off the cross and it diverts the ball into the path there of Grueff to get Leeds going forward again. Swansea holding that high line. Jorginho strayed beyond it, got himself back onside. The ball didn't go forwards anyway. Leeds keep it in that little pocket on the right side. Grueff and Kamara, two central midfielders exchanging passes. Now Ampadu. Back into Joe Rodon. And Ampadu returns the favour. Grueff. Rodon spots Archie Gray in a bit of space. He has the ball. Nonto now. Wonder whether we're going to see Leeds changes fairly soon.
Yes, you would have thought so. 3-0 up. And of course, with plenty of games to come.
Another big trip to come on Saturday. 12:30 start for Plymouth Argyle, the longest trip of the season.
Who came up with that one?
Yeah, thanks, chaps.
Yeah. Let's see this one out first. Still 26 minutes left, isn't there? So
yeah, work to be done.
Yeah, head back into gear. We've certainly woken up in the second half a little, but Swansea certainly have got renewed hope.
Ampadu just back to the goalkeeper under pressure, so he goes long. It's a good ball, actually,
ball.
to Nonto. And now Pirou stretches but loses it to Joe Allen, who's dragged back. And Pirou may be yellow carded here. And is.
With a frustration there, because we certainly were looking good on the counter. Nice layoff from Gnonto. Players ahead of him, but didn't realise Swansea midfielders coming back to pick his pocket.
Cabango. And then Allen. Gnonto will chase. And that forces Wood back to the goalkeeper. And that in itself has merit and value for Leeds United. Rushworth takes an age.
Yeah, see the difference where we are. We're 10 yards, 10, 12 yards behind the halfway line. Whereas Swansea will be a good 7, 8, 9 yards further up, and that just allows the space in behind for an easier ball over the top.
Firpo put his header not where you anticipating it was going to land there, I don't think. Conceding the throw in. Humphreys has it. Crossfield ball that puts Timon on his way down the left side. Plaheta waits wide, then brings the ball infield. Short ball back to Grimes, who's looking for the run inside the defender there. Patterson. Patterson with a whipped ball in, but that's going too far. Meslier realised that early on and just gave the signal, got out the way and let it go behind.
Yeah, Yates with the run, but the ball's never going to be near him. I just look now at those defenders. Clean sheet, that's what we need. Just a clean sheet in the second half, and we see the game out.
Well, we know how Joe Rodon celebrates such things, as if goals are being scored.
Absolutely.
Because that's the defender's currency.
And we've had 5 clean sheets in the last 6 wins.
So
really impressive.
That's the overriding ambition for this second half, particularly with the news from elsewhere that Bristol City are currently leading against Southampton.
Oh, I'll stop that.
It's a fact.
Okay.
Currently, it's a fact. Jorginho gets the ball for Leeds.
Oh,
hello.
Hello, here we are. Foul.
And
oh, come on.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, I should think so.
Little drag back on Jorginho. A little more wizardry there from the Harry Potter fan. And there'll be a yellow card shown to Joe Allen, who's Only been on the pitch for 5 minutes.
Well, he's been bamboozled there. All ends up. You're not the only one, Joe. Jorginho's done this to plenty of players. See you later.
Gruev opts for the safe ball, as does Rodon. Kamara. Now, Firpo can be a little more ambitious perhaps here. Good ball, rolled into Pirou. Tucked back to Kamara, but option taken to go back. Now Kamara can look forwards for Leeds United. Ronald comes to close him down. Leeds about to make changes. Lovely interplay between Somerville and now Kamara. And now Nonto straight through the middle. Plays it into Somerville. Almost controlled it into the path of Pirou there before it's cleared away and kept in play. And Yates has it, but he's given it away. Sloppy back heel. Gruev picks it up in a good position for Leeds. Now Gray. Pirou, just nipped away from him by Patterson's intervention there.
Good touch from Patterson, but the previous attack there, Gnonto just fired it too hard, didn't he, into Somerville. Even he couldn't get that one under control.
Wood back to the goalkeeper. And then now there's space in front of Grimes. Gray comes across. It's pushed wide of him now to Plaheta. And touch off Rodon for a Swansea City throw-in. Exchange between the two wide left men. Anthony is going to come on for Leeds shortly, getting ready down below. Wood out from the back. Wide to Plaheta to make progress down the touchline and then infield. And Gruev is penalised for that challenge there. I think Gruev would argue that he turned away from the ball, but the referee is not having any of it, and so Swansea have a really good chance to, well, potentially shoot on goal here.
Not a lot there, was there? Because he went to it, just I suppose then did barge into him and the ball was gone. But Patterson again, certainly second half, he's been the danger man.
Going to be favourite surely to take this for Swansea here as well. Leeds line up a wall. Moment of danger with 20 to go here at the Liberty Stadium. Leeds in a good position, but having to defend this Swansea free kick. Meslier on the goal line. Surely this is going to be a shot on goal. Referee just wants a little bit of the pushing in the penalty area to stop. Hits the wall. The wall's done a good job, actually.
Yeah.
It looked like there was a potentially good shape on that free kick. And it went up and over the crossbar.
Yeah, good technique, wasn't it, from Patterson? I think Meslier, to be fair to him, was getting across as well, but the wall jumped and did its job. Just looking down, well, we're going to put some firepower on. Take off the wingers and put James and Anthony back on.
Put some more wingers on.
Yeah, why not?
Some more quick wingers.
If you're a fullback for Swansea, you're going, oh, really?
They've got more? Yes, there's more. Corner kick, Swansea City. Comes out to the edge of the area. Rodon, meat and drink to the Leeds central defender, as any of the Swansea fans should know. A big Swansea supporter himself, Joe Rodon. But, has been a great performer since arriving at Leeds on loan from Tottenham Hotspur. Leeds trying to win the ball back. Swansea holding it for a spell at least. And then suddenly, there's Somerville. Somerville's away, and the ball is played through the middle. Nonto is through. Nonto into the penalty area. Nonto! That's 4. And surely Leeds United now are on course for a big, big win here. Away at Swansea City. Somerville won it. Perfect pass, perfect finish. Swansea 0, Leeds United 4.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And lethal, that's what I like to see. Swansea, well, we've picked their pocket so many times tonight. And this time we made them pay again. And Somerville, once he picks it up, see you later. You're really not going to catch him. They had possession. They're playing that high line. Not enough players behind. Somerville just nips in, and that's it. It opens up timing of the pass is perfect as well. Gnonto cuts across. Humphreys couldn't get anywhere near him. And once again, keeper, don't watch the eyes. You're not going near post. I'm going to angle it across you into that far corner. Boom. Great goal.
Well, Gnonto's making a spirited bid for leading goal scorer here, isn't he? As he's racking them up. 2024 has been extremely profitable for him in front of goal.
And there's that duo coming off as well.
And both have made their contribution to this game this evening. Gnonto's name is on the lips of the fans behind the goal. Somerville's done his bit, and there's another terrific assist provided by Somerville. If he ain't scoring them, he's making them.
Wow.
So Dan James, fit again, returns to the action. Jayden Anthony also. Another 10-goal player coming on for Leeds United in James. Now, what will Swansea heads be like for the remaining 17 or so minutes of this game? Can they stick to the task here, or is there more in it now for Leeds, who've had to do a little more defending in this second half, but have done it successfully?
Yeah, and listen, 3-0 up at half-time, it's understandable. But the idea is to keep playing to those standards. And we certainly woke up and scored an excellent fourth goal.
The Leeds fans are asking, somewhat mischievously, is this a fire drill? Because many of the home supporters are heading for the exits. Jorginho can't get forward for Leeds, but throw in anyway. Gray will take. Gray taking his time. No need to do anything other now. Moving towards the final quarter of an hour. Given away. James skips past a tackle. Carries it forward. How many shirts have Leeds got forward here? James puts it across the middle. Well, the only white shirt in there was the one who actually got the ball away, because everybody else was wearing Leeds colours. Leeds have it back again. Ampadu's done well. A blow to the chest. Anthony carries it and gives it to Firpo. Again, there's plenty in the middle. Cleared away desperately by Cabango from the edge of the 6-yard box. And Ronald keeps it in play and then gets forward and is fouled by Jayden Anthony. Team foul there. Ampadu's okay. And Leeds, well, again, another chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Just at the back. Swansea getting caught time and time again. They're trying to follow their head coach, Luke Williams' instructions, trying to play it out from the back, but there's a lack of movement, certainly a lack of confidence. They're getting caught on the ball, and we're really getting chance after chance. And you're right, so many pink shirts. He picked out the white one.
Changes coming for both teams here. Joseph is coming on for Leeds United shortly, and Ollie Cooper is going to come on with Kyle Norton and also Sega Jr. for Swansea City. So triple change for Swansea. At some point, both these teams, Swansea actually play Ipswich at the weekend, so we need them well rested for their next game here.
Okay, let's hope they're the big last 15 minutes to take a load of confidence into their next game.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But if they keep playing like this, I fear for them, because I really do think that the tactics have played into our hands.
Whereas Leeds obviously have got the monster trip to Plymouth to come. So Connor Roberts, another ex-Swan, is about to come on. And now with 4 internationals, Welsh internationals on the pitch for Leeds United. As soon as Connor Roberts steps onto the pitch, that will be 4 Welsh internationals on the pitch. And I believe, I'm reliably informed by my stats man.
Is that the first time?
First time ever.
Wow.
And it's happened in Wales. So Gray off.
Excellent. Again.
Good game, yeah. Roberts on. Great replacement. And Joseph is about to join the action as well. Swansea are also, well, they've been forced into a change here because Bashir Humphreys is injured. So that'll be a bit of a rejig for them as well.
Now, Daniel Farker's got Jorginho having a good old chat with him, because I'm just looking at the body language when Jorginho came off, and he wasn't happy. I don't think he's coming off. It's more unhappy that he hasn't scored. He hasn't got on that score sheet again. And I'm sure, you know, he wants to score, but yeah, there's a good conversation between the two. Good pat on the back from the manager to Jorginho as well.
Yeah. He wants goals, doesn't he, Jorginho? And he can sense, I would guess, in the closing stage of this that opportunity might arise. But
yeah, but he's got everything else, hasn't he? He's done everything else, and you know what he does for the team is absolutely vital.
And other challenges lie ahead, swiftly, as we've already discussed. So Daniel Farke is good at that sort of thing, isn't he? So we see lots of conversations with him with meaning.
But he picks things up so quickly, and we were up here, we can see absolutely everything, and you know, we talk about things. Oh,
here's Joseph, and he's got James in, and James can shape to shoot, and he does, and he puts it straight at the goalkeeper. And again, strong argument says that really should have been 5, because, well, the chant from behind the goal is "we want 5," and there is a potential for that with 12 minutes plus added to go in this game here, because Swansea again were just ragged defensively there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's easy to make a case for 6 or 7 or 8 tonight.
Spell of possession for the home team. The stands continually thinning here. Norton, 35 years old now, Kyle Norton. He's been at this club a long time. But he's looking forward to potentially chasing Jayden Anthony for the last 15 minutes or so of this game. And even Junior Firpo, goalkeeper, does a good job on the edge of the penalty area there, needed to as well. Anthony almost got it off Kyle Norton there. He's a little lucky, and it is given away. Piru, great tracking back by Piru.
That was only a matter of time, wasn't it? The ball given away. They've done it so often, really struggled to hold possession.
Joe Rodon gets the ball back off Grueff. Sees the opportunity for the ball over the top.
Oh, just
going to bounce too far, isn't it? Beyond
it's on just every time. They're narrow, they're high. Decent ball we're in.
Good work by Anthony. Sega Jr. Oh, dangerous ball just beyond the run of Joseph there. Leeds are back on it here. The furthest Swansea fall off it, frankly. Patterson. Goalkeeper intervenes. Grimes. One of those nights where I think the Swansea lads will just be looking forward to heading back up the tunnel, and getting back in the dressing room, and then getting in the car and going home.
Yeah, they certainly will, but I think the manager will be pleased if they can at least show a fight in the last 10 minutes. Show something.
There's a bit of fight.
Yep.
Ethan Ampadu races into the challenge. Make sure they shall not pass. Norton. Throw back into his own half to Cabango. Sego Jr. A moment that sums up a night for Swansea. Promise, delivery, and then it all went wrong. Firpo inside the final 10 minutes. Attendance confirmed as 17,897. Considerably fewer than that now, but nobody leaving from the end away to our left, which is a little sea of celebration. Norton with a throw-in, watched by Luke Williams. It's a lonely place, that technical area, isn't it, at times like this?
Certainly is. I just feel very exposed down there. 4-0. It really has been a difficult night.
Gelhardt ready to come on for Leeds as they get the ball comfortably off Swansea again. Grueff. Ooh.
Not a problem.
Rodon and Grueff sorted out. Connor Roberts. And now Dan James. Grueff. One thing you would say, all these former Swansea players in this Leeds United side, they've had no kind of stick off the home supporters at all, which is, I guess, a good thing, but also in football sense, a surprising thing maybe.
Well, to be fair, I think the home supporters are a bit punch drunk because
at
the start it was a quick 1-2 and
they've had nothing to get their teeth into since,
absolutely.
have they? And there'll be an acknowledgement, perhaps, that their club is battling in a different marketplace at the moment to Leeds United. As the ball is played forward from Rodon to Dan James. James sets off after his own ball there. There's pressure on. Still more. Rushworth. Joseph's on him in a flash. And the goalkeeper takes a huge gamble there and gets away with it. Rodon. Great defending. Got the nudge off Yates, but was strong enough just to hold him away.
Oh, and kept his eye on the ball. Yates had no idea. Rodon always in control.
You can see the water spinning up off the ball as it rolls along the turf here. Pirou, centre circle. Good opportunity this for Leeds. Now Anthony sweeps it wide, but not sufficiently far enough to get Dan James into play. Connor Roberts in the rain with the ball back into Joe Rodon. Familiar feeling for these Leeds players after the heavens opened throughout the game at Plymouth last week. Default setting for these midweek long trips, isn't it? For players and supporters alike. Ampadu. Firpo. Leeds need do no more than keep possession now for the remaining 6 minutes plus a bit of this second half.
Well, our goal difference is looking better and better, isn't it? And we've managed to rest a few players as well, the few minutes here and there, as we did, of course, against Rotherham.
Firpo to Pirou. Good work in his own half. Slight miscontrol, but he rectifies the situation. And now there's space for Kamara, and there's plenty forward as well. Firpo through the middle, plays the ball out wide. Leeds players popping up in all sorts of pockets here in different positions. Connor Roberts checks back. Rodon with Yates in front of him. So out to Roberts it goes. And then Gruev. And now Anthony can have a little run if he wants here. Sego Jr. across in front of him. I'm suspecting that Bristol City might have scored another goal against Southampton, but that may be just on the basis of the celebrations that have just started behind the goal. People at base will no doubt confirm whether that is the case.
Or they're now very wet and cold and need to move around a bit, but
perhaps a bit of both.
It's not bothering our boys out there on the pitch, because I thought earlier the conditions were perfect, but now that the rain is coming down kind of more and more. The ball's still zipping across the surface, so that's fine.
I think it's fair to say any sense of a bit of fight in Swansea in these closing stages is not really visible, and they're probably a bit like Leeds, just looking towards that final whistle now. Job done for both, frankly, for better or for worse. Anthony, Pirou, still doing his bit for the team. Gruev, Kamara, and then Rodon. Nice football.
Yeah, just keep the ball moving. Make them chase.
Ampadu. Junior Firpo on to Anthony. Firpo, great challenge. Allen already yellow carded, but still had a strong tackling him on that one. And now Anthony, and final touch was just off Jaden Anthony before Joe Gelhardt makes his appearance now for Leeds for the closing stages here. And Pirou got a goal, which he will have enjoyed to add to his total this season. Joe Gelhardt will come on to replace him.
Came in last minute, played very well. Through the middle, you're right, and got his goal, he'll be delighted with that.
Hug and a handshake from the manager. Matteo Joseph up top, and Gelhardt just in behind. Ampadu watches that one back. Meslier, who's not had a touch for quite a while, has he, actually? And so he takes a little extra moment over that. Ball in hand, thrown out to Rodon. 3 to go, plus added time here at the Liberty Stadium. Swansea City 0, Leeds United 4. Leeds on course for a 7th successive league win for the first time since the promotion season of 1920.
Wow.
When Leeds, at the end of the season, went 6 straight wins, but earlier in the season went 7 straight wins. So Leeds have matched that the former run and are about to match the latter run with this result here this evening. Meslier, edge of the box. Long ball forward. Anthony Cabango's got there first. Little nudge by Gelhardt on Joe Allen. So that will be a Swansea City free kick. Don't forget, at full time we'll be heading down to the pitch side to get the thoughts of one of the Leeds players plus the manager after this one. I'm sure we'll see that big smile on the face of Daniel Farker again at the start of the interview. Don't think he'll have much to... He had issues that he picked up first 10 minutes, last 10 minutes he talked about, didn't he? Yep. In terms of an unhappiness around the game at the weekend.
And rightly so, just those little things that you could improve upon. We saw a few free kicks given away, didn't we, cheaply for no reason at home against Rotherham. Of course, we started a little slow, but here we started very quickly.
Rushworth has to come out of his penalty area because Ampadu spotted an opportunity and Firpo was on the run there. Leeds end up with a throw-in. Daniel Farker lobs it to Junior Firpo. In it goes to Anthony. Firpo trying to put it up for Gelhardt. Almost arrives for him anyway. In midfield, Kamara, Gruev. Now Roberts. Wide it goes to James. James manages to work it to Anthony. The two wingers playing alongside each other on that far side. And then when it's lumped up into the Leeds half, only Joe Rodon awaits. He gets the ball back off Connor Roberts. Plays it back into Illan Meslier. Confirm that Bristol City are leading Southampton by 2-0. So Leeds United are on course to make progress into the promotion slots here, aren't they? So 4 added minutes to this game. Leeds, will they have one last go at this? Gelhardt will certainly have a go at this one. Cabango gets it beyond him. And then Joseph was in on the keeper quickly. And as ever, Rodon rock at the back. Meslier not messing around with this one. Boot straight through it. Grimes header down for Rodon. Joe Rodon holds off challenges and plays it back. Meslier out to Gruev. No better situation for a travelling fan than the last few minutes of an away game with your side well out in front. No anxiety, no nerves, just the opportunity to have a good old sing-song, and that's exactly what's happening away to our left currently.
Well, they're certainly enjoying themselves, and why not?
Dan James, can he offer a little more to enjoy here? Roberts and James exchange passes. Kamara, Gruev. Even the manager's getting his name sung now. Kamara from Joseph. And then again Joseph involved, and again, but Yates is back in there. Swansea emerge with possession. And Wood just pushes it back into the path of Rushworth, who prepares to, well, probably play it long. Would that not be the option at this stage? No. Stick to the plan. Cabango. Oh, that's a loose ball. And Joseph spotted it, just couldn't quite get there in time. Roberts, good chest down for Gruev. Touch is heavy from Gruev. So, so Ampadu comes in, inevitably. And the ball goes beyond Anthony. Norton. And then Grimes to the more experienced Swansea City players. And then last chance of a run down that left-hand side here as we're almost up to the final minute of the 4 added. Patterson, probably standout player for Swansea City. Still trying to get involved as the ball is whipped in. Now Rodon was determined to get himself in the way of that one. That clean sheet, all important to this defensive unit. Ampadu, Firpo, oh, he's done well. Kamara, now there's a bit of space for Leeds here. Oh, the ball is just not where Dan James wanted it, but he gets it anyway, and he can have a little run forward himself here. He's got the overlapping run of Connor Roberts. Roberts has the chance to cross for Leeds. 2 waiting in the middle, just chips it up, but it's behind Anthony. And Connor Roberts on that far side has to race back to get back in position. Leeds have done a good job of getting shape in their own half. Sega Jr. plays it back towards the halfway line, and Grimes, and when he looks forward, you'll see 2 disciplined lines of Leeds players in front of him. Last few seconds here at the Liberty Stadium. Referee, any second now, will indicate. And there is the final whistle that brings an end to what has been an excellent away performance from Leeds United. Thoroughly comprehensive victory over Swansea here after a sensational start to the game. 2 goals inside the opening 10 minutes that set the tone for the rest of what we saw. Chance after chance created thereafter. Leeds were 3 up by half-time and added a 4th in the second period. The icing on the cake. And it has been a really, really good night for the away side here. Leeds' winning run in the Championship continues. It's stretched now, and Leeds move into 2nd place in the Championship table. All round, this has been a very good night.
Certainly has. Utter dominance. 2 teams at very different levels. We started the game extremely quickly, full of confidence, like a team that had just won 6 in a row. And Swansea absolutely had no answer. Yes, they played into our hands at times, but we put them under pressure. We showed our quality, and we scored some very good goals indeed. Certainly second half, Swansea were better. They improved. They had to be. But once we got back at it, got our 4th goal, and we cruised home. Really good performance, and on we go. On to the next game, Bryn.
Plymouth, here we come.
Here we come.
Important now that we just reflect what's happening on the pitch as well briefly, because who deserves the applause from the players on the pitch? Well, those fans behind the goal away to our left-hand side deserve the applause from the players on the pitch. Fantastic travelling support for Leeds United here, and they've had a great night. Plenty to celebrate. 4 goals scored. The side moving back into promotion places, or moving into promotion places again. And Junior Firpo leads the players over in the direction of those behind the goal. Lots more challenges lie ahead, but Leeds have come through another one in some style here. It's finished here at the Liberty Stadium. Swansea City 0, Leeds United 4.